And there's the Hibernian team for tonight's first competitive game of the season. Lewis Miller was injured against Rod Weiss Essen. He's out for a few weeks. That's a blow, of course. And there are two competitive debutants in midfield, Joe Mulligan and Jamie McGrath in there. McGrath in particular has been selected by Gray. Was such a vital player for them last season. Early move forward here from Cadden, bends that one in. And it's a dodgy one for Mbabu to deal with. And Rocky Bashiri had come out of defence to intercept initially. Good hold-up play. Bent into the area, and it flicks wide. Martin Boyle is causing all sorts of problems, popping up in pockets in between the defenders. Good delivery from Levitt. Boyle should be doing better in that position, you would argue. The only destination that really matters, though, is a place in the Europa League phase. And beyond Lee. A bad mistake at the weekend against Odense. And he may have conceded a costly set piece here if Hibs can get the delivery right. So it's either going to be the right boot of McGrath or the left boot of Obita. In swinger from McGrath it is, and Lusel thought he dealt with that, but instead Hibernian have taken an early lead here. It's a shocker defensively. Goalkeeper got his angles all wrong, and the Hibs fans at the opposite end of the MCH Arena are in raptures here. You can see there, Lusel was expecting the delivery towards the far post, but McGrath bent it in to the near. And goal line technology dictating that Hibernian have the lead. And what a start to his competitive debut. Simshir into the box, and the header goes over. Wasn't dropping quickly enough. Another case in point of why the set pieces are going to be something that Hibs are going to have to deal with tonight. It's quite typical in the unflappable style of the Hibernian head coach. Well, that's loose at the back, and it's given away. That was a golden opportunity. But a fine block in the end. They seem a little bit loose in terms of the way that they are surrendering possession here, Midtjylland. You can see here Shimshir and Bach get themselves in all sorts of trouble, as the song on this occasion. The away supporters having a ball so far. Francolino, though, will be hoping to burst their bubble here. Running at the Hibs defence and then rattles it over the bar. But that's the most potent attack we've seen from Midtjylland so far. And all it took was a transition with Francolino scampering away. Backtracking. You'd expect a player of his quality to do better. Forward from Mahora. Boyle's after that one. He's onside. Is Martin Boyle, and it's 2-0 to Hibernian. Maybe not. Flag up. Well. See there. He plays that on, and it does look like Boyle was offside. A great finish. At the moment, with Midtjylland's the favourites in the tie, still feels like there's a long time to go. It's maybe just about odds even in terms of who would progress. And Hibernian scored a second before the break. Then you would have said that very much the Scottish side would have had the advantage in the tie. So just wonder how key that will be when all is said and done. It's the correct decision though. Hoists it in. Once more well washed at the back. Bowie has been putting himself around all over the joint. Shot goes in low, and it's the first one on targets in the game. Comes from Pedro Bravo. Talented young Colombian player. Time wasting from Robert Schroeder, German official in charge of tonight's game. Shot lashed in by Mulligan, and Lussell watched it well. Finds Francolino. Gets it back from back, and then gives it back to Simsier, but was a little behind him. Back to Simsier. Just rolls under his boot, and that's been the kind of mistakes that have just been cropping up time and again in this game for Midtjylland. Mulligan fancied himself. Sees back on the outside. Now with Victor back. And the cross comes out to Bravo. Couldn't get quite enough bend on it. In fact, it took a deflection. Just have to be wary, Hibernian here. Ball floated over into the middle, is flicked on, and then just about headed away. Pressure building from the host. Sørensen down low. Good positioning again from Jordan Smith. Oliver Sørensen more than capable. Agal Şimşir plays that into the box. And Beck was onto it. Couldn't quite find the target. Şimşir. Oh, that's a stunning goal from Agal Şimşir. Back level in the MCH arena. And that is an absolute corker. Agal Şimşir fancied himself as he prepared to step up to that one. And it's a stunning goal. Whereas Jonas Lössl was very much to blame for Jamie McGrath's free kick. I don't think any goalkeeper would have stood much of a chance with that one. But if Midtjylland can fashion a winner, then it'd be very different, and that is an important save by Jordan Smith. Might be a backs to the wall job for Hibs in this final 10 minutes or so. And it goes to the far post. Iredale gets his head on it and then seemed to go behind of a Midtjylland head, and that's the end of the game. Hibernian have managed to get an impressive draw here at the MCH Arena.